Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. My name is Stacy. I am the Palladian Awakener. So today let's talk about September and what is going on for each and every one of us. Now, just a few things before I dive into all 12 signs here. Keep in mind, these are very general readings. I am using the whole sign house system, and I also use Western tropical astrology. So this might not resonate with each and every one of you because obviously your personal birth chart is tailored to you, for you, all about you. And it depends on what house system you prefer. There's so many different house systems out there, and it also depends on how your chart is laid out, of course, as well. So as I always say, take what resonates, leave the rest. I do recommend to watch for your ascendant sign. That's probably what's going to resonate the most with you for these general videos, but you can certainly watch for your sun sign as well, and even your moon sign, and even if you have a stellium in a specific house or sign, you can certainly watch for that as well to pull all the information together for you. And if you'd like a reading tailored personally to you, all about you, you can get in touch with me on my website, and I'll be sure to put the link to that in the description box below. Now, just a couple other things I want to just cover off before we dive into every single sign. I just want to go over some quick highlights for the month. This is only going to be a couple minutes, you guys, so just bear with me. So of course, we're going to talk about the lunations for the month. So we have a really incredible new moon in Virgo, which I'm really excited to talk about. And also we have a full moon in Aries as well at the end of September. And we have two personal planets stationing direct this month. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Because when personal planets are retrograde in the sky, we just feel it a little bit more because they are personal planets. So we have Venus finally stationing direct in Leo at 12 degrees. She's been in Leo for a long, long time. And we have Mercury stationing direct in Virgo at 8 degrees. And then we have Jupiter stationing retrograde on September the 4th at 15 degrees, so dab smack in the middle of the sign of Taurus. And we start Libra season this month. So September 23rd, officially Libra season begins. So happy equinox on September the 23rd. We are starting fall in the northern hemisphere and spring in the southern hemisphere. So lucky you guys in the southern hemisphere. Now, if you do follow the asteroids in the sky, I don't usually talk about them because I'm trying to keep these videos as short as possible, but I will let you know that we have some asteroids changing signs this month. So September the 13th, we have Pallas Athena moving into Libra, which is going to ramp up the energy of that relationship house for each and every one of us. We have the sacred flame Vesta moving into Cancer on September the 13th. And we have Ceres moving into the sign of Scorpio on September the 15th. So definitely an active month for asteroid changes for sure. And we have Mars in Libra right now. Mars moved into Libra August the 27th. I mentioned it last month, so we're definitely going to talk about it a little bit more this month and what that means for each and every sign. And last but not least, you guys, I just wanted to mention this 1 month ahead of time. Eclipses are rumbling. The energy is starting to rumble this month. Eclipses are going to happen in October. October is going to be a packed, busy astrological month. So please take a breath, you guys. Depending on when you're watching this, definitely in August and September, take a breath, because eclipses are here. The reason why I'm saying this now is because if you have any planets, points, degrees at 21 degrees of the cardinal signs, so that is Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, give or take 5 degrees on either side of 21 degrees, you might start to feel something in September. Something is grumbling, rumbling beneath the surface. Now, if you have energy in fixed signs, so I'm talking about planets, placements, points in Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, around 5 degrees, you also might feel this energy starting up in September. Nothing to fear. It's just that some of you, some of us might be feeling this a little bit sooner than later, depending on how this is hitting your personal chart. Now, for those of you that I didn't mention, those are the mutable energies. So Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces. That does not mean you're not affected by eclipses, because eclipses, we all feel eclipses. It just depends on, you know, if we have any planets, placements, points at specific degrees of the specific sign where eclipses are taking place, if that makes sense. So just a heads up, this is just a heads up. We're going to talk about it more next month, but next month is definitely a packed month. Lots of transits happening next month. This month in September is a little bit quieter, which is nice. Like I said, take that breath, enjoy it, because October, I feel like there's going to be more change and shifts and pivots. And also, I forgot to mention, this is the final eclipse, you guys, in the Taurus Scorpio cycle for another 9 years. So this is definitely a culmination point with the energies of where Scorpio and Taurus lie in your chart. This is the finish line. This is it. And we're just starting to ramp up those eclipses in the Aries Libra axis. I made a whole video about eclipses, you guys. I'll put the link to all my other videos in the description box below. If you're interested, check those out. Okay, so let's get moving here, and starting with Aries. Okay, so Aries, let's talk about the sun. Let's start with the sun first. So your focus this month, Aries, is going to be on 6th house matters and 7th house matters for you in particular. So day-to-day work, busyness, health, diet, routine. This also covers off pets as well, your coworkers, and also if you own a business, Aries, this is the people that work for you. So focus is going to be on that this month. And then when the sun moves into Libra mid-month, the focus is going to shift to relationships, all relationships in general. So this could be friendships. This could be, again, work colleagues, business partnerships, love relationships, marriage, contracts, agreements, negotiations. So Aries, that is going to be the focus for you for the month of September. Now let's talk about the moons this month. We have a beautiful, fantastic new moon in Virgo this month. I love, love, love this new moon because it is making a trine to Jupiter and Uranus, and also making a wide trine to Pluto. I love new moons and full moons in the earth signs because that is bringing things into fruition, bringing things to light, bringing, well, material, like, you know, this could be money, possessions, bringing things out of our heads into the real world, if that makes sense. So Aries, this is lighting up your money houses and your career houses. Could also be something to do with authority figures in your life, parental figures in your life as well. So Aries, plant those seeds of intention of what you want to bring to light or life in the next 6 months or so. We all might get a bit of a gift here at the middle of the month. It really depends on your personal birth chart, because it really is, like I said, lighting up those earth energies. And for you, it should be something to do with the material realm. So something to do with work, money, finances, career, or anything to do with diet, health, routines. I just heard children. I mean, children's more the 5th house, but hey, I heard it. I'm going to say it. So something to do with children, pets as well, Aries. So definitely beautiful energy around September the 14th. Now, September the 29th, we have a full moon in your sign. This is your moon, Aries. Think back to middle of March. What was going on in your life there? Middle of March, that's when we had the Aries new moon. Now we have the Aries full moon. So something, again, is going to come to a culmination point for you, Aries, this month. This month actually might be pretty important for the Aries out there, because this really could bring to light, like this is a culmination point, an ending, a next step in whatever chapter you want to take. And with it being in your house, this really could touch any area of your life. So home, family, foundation, career, love, relationships, friendships, your physical body as well. So Definitely exciting for you, Aries, I would say, for the month of September. You should see lots of things come to light, come to fruition, materialize. You should start to see the train moving forward, if you catch my drift. Slowly but surely, we should be coming out of this stagnant energy, especially when those two personal planets go direct in, what do we have here? So Venus, September the 3rd, Mercury, middle of the month. So we should get more traction this month for sure. Now we have Mars, your ruling planet, moving, well, it already has moved into Libra at the end of August. So Mars is a double-edged sword, is how I always describe it. Without Mars, we'd have no motivation, we'd have no passion, we'd have no drive, we would have no courage, no warrior-like spirit. This is all about you, Aries. This is your ruling planet. So you are very affected by what Mars does in the sky and how he moves along each and every zodiac sign, and especially when he goes retrograde too. So for you, Aries, again, spotlight is all about relationships for the next 6 weeks or so. This is putting motivation, passion, energy, drive in that 7th house, and especially when the sun moves in there, it's going to amp up this energy for you. So focus is going to be, as I mentioned, relationships of all walks of life. So friendships, business partnerships, love relationships, dating, romance. Also, this is the marriage house, Aries, and this is also the house of agreements, contracts, negotiations, things like that. Now, keep in mind though, Mars separates. You know, Venus brings things together. Mars separates wherever he goes, and Mars also irritates, right? Mars like inflames the body and things like that. So in your case, Aries, I'm not saying you're going to have a separation or anything like that, but if you are on the brink of something where you know something has to end, whether this is, again, a contract, agreement, a negotiation, a marriage, this might fire you up in a good way to take action on that if you've been kind of letting something sit on the back burner, for example. Now, again, I'm not saying everybody's going to get a separation, divorce, whatever. I'm just saying the energy is there for you to take advantage of. But it definitely will be putting the focus on your relationships regardless, especially when the sun moves into Libra. Now, a couple other highlights for the month. We do have Venus square Jupiter, middle of the month. Not the end of the world. This aspect is not a bad aspect, but for you, Aries, again, something to do with money, spending too much money, maybe on your kids, if you have kids, maybe on a hobby, a passion. Could be, I just heard traveling, okay, could be spending too much money on traveling. Also, Aries, for you, it could be romance, something to do with romance, dating, yeah, things like that. Just watch the spending, Aries. If money doesn't matter to you, if you have the means, then go ahead and blow it. But like I said, that's the only negative of this aspect that I'm seeing, is just spending too much money. This is like an excess transit, so just keep that in mind. Now we have the third and final square, Venus square Uranus, at the end of September. Now this is, what's that saying, the final straw that breaks the camel's back, Aries? This is a breaking free aspect, like a final, like I'm done, I'm out of here, I don't need this anymore. This is a breaking free of something in your life. This shouldn't really be a surprise unless it's happening to you, like you not taking action on something, but it could be, I don't know, somebody in your household or at the workplace or something like that. Again, depending on how your chart is, this is lighting up your personal chart. But in general here, this is, again, something to do with 5th house matters and 2nd house matters. So money, resources, assets, money that you earn from working day to day. This could also be romance, dating, something to do with your children, creative projects, hobbies, playing, joyfulness, having fun, having a good time, cutting loose, vacationing, things like that, Aries. So something is, you know, this is like a liberation aspect, because that's what Uranus ultimately wants, is liberation and freedom. So yeah, this is the final square. This is the final straw. like I mentioned, it depends on how this is playing out in your chart, but this should be ultimate freedom and breaking away from something that is not working anymore in your life. And I think I mentioned romance, but this could also be, yeah, a relationship as well. Now, as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video, eclipse energy is starting to rumble Aries. You might feel this if you have anything around 21 degrees of Aries, Libra, Capricorn, or Cancer. So just keep that in mind. Nothing bad. It's just that, you know, eclipse energy is eclipse energy. And again, it's similar to Uranus. That's how I consider it. It's expect the unexpected. It's the wild card of life. That's what keeps all of us on our toes, is the planet Uranus and this eclipse energy and wherever the North Node and South Node go. And the North Node just happens to be in your sign, Aries, for the next 18 months. So get used to change, and more change is coming down the pipe for you. And this is hitting those big angles in your chart, Aries. So you personally, your career, this is the parental axis, this is all types of relationships that you can think of, love, business, friendship. This is contracts, agreements, negotiations, marriage, and your home life, your roots, your foundation, ancestry, things like that. So I'm going to leave it there, Aries, but enjoy September. It's going to be a fantastic month for you. Taurus. So Taurus, let's first start with where the sun is highlighting your chart right now. So focus is going to be on 5th house, 6th house matters for you, Taurus. So right now the sun is lighting up your house of children, your house of creativity, self-expression, dating, romance, joy, playfulness, kicking back and having a good time, Taurus. So I hope you've enjoyed and taken advantage of this time while the sun has been transiting Virgo and your fun, lighthearted 5th house. Because as the sun moves into Libra, things are going to get maybe a little bit more heavier. I hate to say it. It is your day-to-day work house. And again, this is ramping up around September the 23rd. So not a bad thing. It's just, it kind of reminds me of like back to school, right? That's the easiest way to explain it. Back to school, back to work, back to routines, back to scheduling and duties and responsibilities and fun things like that. So that's going to be the focus this month. Also, your health, Taurus, is going to be in focus. Your diet, your health, whatever it is, nutrition you put in your mouth, put in your body, the food in your body, also your pets as well. So hey, maybe really good time to welcome in a new pet into your house as well at this time, or your home. Now let's talk about these new moons, because they are very beautiful, and especially for the earth signs this month. So I love, love, love this new moon in Virgo, because it's making a wide trine to Pluto, and it's making a trine to Jupiter and Uranus in your house, Taurus. So if there's anything you want to bring to fruition in the next 6 months, now is the time to set those intentions of what you want to manifest in the next 6 months. All of us, we might actually, because this is lighting up a big grand earth trine in these earthy type of energies, I love this, because we should see maybe even something materialize. It's not guaranteed because it's a new moon, but the energies are there. And this is really beautiful energy, especially when you're talking about Jupiter, Uranus, and Pluto. Like, that's no joke. Those are big, heavy hitter planets. And Jupiter is the great blessing. Uranus is a wild card. So, I mean, it is what it is with Uranus, you know, expect the unexpected. And I mean, Pluto's not a bad planet. It's just a very deep transformational planet. And Pluto just wants us to be our true, authentic selves, Taurus. So anyway, I love this new moon, especially for all the earth signs. So please take advantage of this energy. Also, pamper yourself, Taurus, during the middle of the month around September the 14th as well. Good time to pamper yourself, chill out, relax, have a me day, things like that. Indulge a little bit, not overboard, but just a little bit, Taurus. And we have a full moon in Aries at the end of the month. This is happening in a quieter house for you, Taurus. So You might notice something, you might not. I mean, full moons bring a culmination point, an ending, sort of closing of one chapter so you can move on to the next thing or project or whatever. The easiest thing I can think of is from a subconscious matter. Maybe this is like an aha moment. Maybe this is an entrepreneurial moment. This could also be related to possibly a relationship, possibly something to do with work or health, a health related matter. This really could be anything because this is the subconscious. This is a quieter, this could be something coming out of the closet, something, again, coming to light that has been hidden from you. Think back to middle of March, because that's when we had the Aries new moon. So maybe something from March is going to come to light. You're going to see, maybe you'll be able to harvest something that you planted back then. I don't mean literally, but maybe, maybe Taurus, if you got that green thumb on you. So really incredible, beautiful energy. And I keep hearing like something to do with entrepreneurial, something to do with entrepreneurship. So for those of you that are entrepreneurs, this could be a really important full moon for you, maybe closing out a chapter and moving on to something different. Now, Mars in Libra. So again, this is activating that busy, busy, busy day-to-day house, duty, responsibility, something to do with, I just heard children, could be something to do with pets. Again, a very heavy work house. This is the house of being of service. So Taurus, Mars is a double-edged sword here. I love Mars because without Mars, we would have no action, no passion, no motivation, no drive, no like get up and gusto. Mars is the warrior, action-oriented type of planet. So Mars is going to fire you up. You're going to be super motivated to work, to tackle those day-to-day duties, responsibilities, whatever it is that you have to tackle this month. Mars is going to give you the motivation to do that. Now, the thing about Mars, though, is Mars, like I mentioned, is a double-edged sword. Mars irritates and inflames also wherever he goes. So, if you own a business, Taurus, this is the house that also rules people that work for you. So you might find they're a little bit spicier, they're a little bit feistier over the next 6 weeks. Or again, this could create anger, like anger outbursts. You know what I mean? And this could be you or them. You know what I mean? Because everybody's kind of like Marsy right now with Mars in Libra. This is really going to amp up the relationship house for each and every one of us. So just bear that in mind. Again, nothing to be scared of. It's just, that's what Mars does. That's just what Mars does. So, and Mars does separate wherever he goes. So, I mean, if you are looking to change careers or maybe hire new, anything to do with, if you do own a business, maybe hiring new people that need to be aggressive, like salespeople or publicists or, I don't know, people working behind the scenes that need to bring in clientele. Could be not a bad month to hire people like that. You could attract maybe a lot of Aries or Scorpio people into your business at this time. Now, just a couple highlights for the month. We do have Venus square Jupiter, not the end of the world. This is just an excess transit. So for you, Taurus, it could be, I mean, Jupiter is in your first house, so this really could touch any area of your life. I would say watch excess eating, drinking, things like that, drugs, alcohol, whatever your poison is, so to speak, pick your poison. So do watch out for that. This could be excess eating or overdoing it. This could be overdoing it from a financial matter or overdoing it from something to do with a household matter. Like maybe you're spending too much on renovations. Maybe you need to rein that in. Or maybe a renovation is costing a little bit more than you anticipated. These are just examples, Taurus. This really depends on how your chart is laid out and what you are watching for right now. We also have the third and final square between Venus and Uranus, which is also in your sign, Taurus. So this shouldn't be new. This is a breaking free aspect. This is something rumbling, grumbling under the surface for the last 2 to 3 months. And this is the breaking point Taurus. This is you breaking free from something, breaking away, like, hi, see you later, bye, I'm out of here. And this could be related to a relationship. This could be related to, I am hearing for you in particular, something to do with your health and well-being. I mean, Uranus and Jupiter are in your first house. So, and again, Uranus is expect the unexpected with your physical body, which includes your health. So this could be an aha moment as well, as I mentioned earlier about that full moon in Aries, because actually this square is happening the same day as the Aries full moon. So all of this could be tied together, Taurus, but this is ultimate freedom. That's what Uranus wants for us, is just breaking free of something. And for you, with Venus being down in your fourth house of home, family, foundation, this is also the parental access. But because this is Venus, this could have something to do with your work, your money, income, and also your physical body, because Venus is your ruler. So you are very affected by what Venus does in the sky, and especially when she goes retrograde as well. You could be physically affected by her retrogrades as well. So this could be just finally breaking free of something, whether it's home, family, foundation, diet, routines, health, work, money. It could be so many different things, Taurus. It just depends, as I mentioned, how this is landing in your personal chart. And last but not least, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, eclipse energy is rumbling for October already. If you have anything at 5 degrees of Taurus, this is another culmination point for you in general. I have no doubt all Tauruses and possibly all Scorpios are going to feel this energy the most. So 5 degrees is when this eclipse is happening next month. I'll talk about it again next month, but this is a heads up because eclipse energy, we can usually feel it 6 weeks before, and it ripples out 6 months after the eclipse. And this is a culmination point, Taurus. You've had the North Node in your sign over the last 18 months. So this could be a big grand finale in some way, shape, or form. And again, I don't know. I would have to look at your chart to see what that could be. It's in your first house. So it could be anything to do with, again, your physical body, your diet, your health, your routine, your nutrition, your personality, how you present yourself into the world. And that's more so Taurus rising individuals. Taurus sun could be career related, or something to do with a father figure in your life. But really, Taurus, it could affect any area of your life. Love relationships, business relationships, friendships, home, family, foundation, again, parental access, mom, dad, authority figures, your career, whatever it is that you do out in the working world. You know, retirement. Are you stepping into retirement soon? As you can see, Taurus, it can be a whole bunch of things. But anyway, this is just a heads up. So again, 5 degrees of Taurus, check your chart. And also if you have anything at 5 degrees of or around, give or take 5 degrees on either side, 5 degrees of Scorpio, and also Leo and Aquarius. You could definitely check your chart for those. If you have any planets, placements, points in those fixed signs as well, because definitely the fixed energies are going to be lit up along with the cardinal energies are going to be lit up next month. So enjoy your month, Taurus, and we'll see you next month. Okay, Gemini. So Gemini, let's talk about where the sun is lighting you up this month. So your fourth house, home, family, foundation is the focus, or has been the focus since middle of August. And then once the sun moves into Libra energy, which is trining your energy, by the way, so it is going to light you up in maybe more than one way, depending on what you're watching for, is what I was going to say. So the focus is then going to shift on creativity, creative projects, children, laughing, playing. I also, for some reason, heard dancing. So Gemini, if you're a dancer or you like dancing around, there we go. That's going to amp up this month as well. But yeah, this is your fun house, Gemini. And also romance, dating could also be prominent in your life if you are single and looking. So that's going to be the focus for you this month, Gemini. And we have a wonderful new moon in Virgo. I love this new moon, and this is landing in your 4th house, a home, family, foundation. It's making a trine to Pluto and also Jupiter and Uranus. I love this new moon. Depending on your personal chart, Gemini, this could materialize something for you middle of the month. It is a new moon though, it's not a full moon, but we're talking about heavy hitters here. Pluto, Jupiter, Uranus. Those are some serious players in the sky. So something could come to light this month for you in the material realm. So this is hitting your finances. This is a financial house, other people's money, how you earn money from other sources. So this could be, property, real estate, investments, and also inheritance as well. And then your 4th house, a home, family, foundation. So it could be something to do with maybe you're wrapping up renovations finally, you're getting that landscaping done, and everything is finalized and finished this month. Could be another possibility. This is also hitting your subconscious. So this could be literally something coming out of the closet, something coming to light, something coming to fruition. In multiple, this could be just different ways, because this is the subconscious mind. This could be a brilliant idea that you're going to be bringing forward as a simple example. So take advantage of this new moon energy, Gemini, at the middle of the month. I also heard pamper yourself. So maybe take a break, pamper yourself, indulge a little bit, have some good food, some good wine, whatever your thing is, Gemini. Maybe enjoy the pleasures of life in the middle of the month. Now we do have a full moon in Aries at the end of the month. So Gemini, think back to middle of March of this year. That's when we had an Aries new moon. So this is like a culmination point, something coming to light, something coming to sort of like a breaking point, something coming to an end, so you can move on to a next chapter. And this is happening in your 11th house of friendships, groups, associations that you belong to. This is also long-term goals. So maybe you are reaching or meeting a long-term goal, Gemini, or maybe there's some adjustments or shifts that need to happen in this area of your life. Some sort of reassessment with groups, memberships, associations that you belong to as well. Now, Mars recently moved into Libra, and this is also making a trine to your planets, placements, points, whatever you're watching for, Gemini. So this is incredible energy. You are going to be infused with Mars's motivation, passion, drive, depending on what you are going after. And again, this is in that pleasure house for you, Gemini. So romance, dating, sexuality. This is also children, creativity. I just heard, so I'm going to say this, Gemini, if you don't want kids, take those extra precautions, okay? And it doesn't matter if you are a male or a female or they, them, whatever, listening to that applies to everyone in the Gemini sphere. So just take those extra precautions if you don't want to start a family, because this could be possibly a surprise aspect, but I would definitely have to look at your entire chart to look at that. But I heard it, so I'm going to say it. So anyway, Mars is a double-edged sword though. I do love Mars for the motivation, passion, drive, but Mars separates wherever it goes. Mars irritates wherever it goes. So if you do have kids, Gemini, they might be a little bit feistier, spicier, give you a little bit more attitude this month. So do watch out for that. Or it could be you, but I mean, it's not in your sign, it's in your house, it's in your fun house. So you'll definitely be wanting to have fun and joy in your life, and you'll be very passionate about that this month. But yeah, your kids might be a little bit crankier, a little bit spicier this month. Again, if you do have kids, romance, dating, this is an excellent aspect for that, because you're going to go after the mate that you want, basically. So that's going to be definitely fun for the Geminis out there as well. And Mars is going to be in Libra for approximately 6 weeks or so. So definitely take advantage of this energy, and this energy is just starting. So definitely take advantage of this motivation, passion, drive that is trining your energy, Gemini. Couple highlights for the month. Venus square Jupiter, not the end of the world. This is just an excess aspect. There we go. Asset, I was going to say. So just watch the excess spending, watch the excess indulgence. I know I also just said, you know, pamper yourself, Gemini, but, you know, within reason, pick your poison, as what I say sometimes. So this could be an excess when it comes to something to do with creativity, how you express yourself, communication. Again, this could be romance, dating, love, or again, just watch the spending as well this month, Gemini. And we have our third and final square, Venus square Uranus. So this is a breaking free aspect, Gemini. So something's got to give in this area of your life. Now, this is lighting up again that hidden house for you, that 12th house. So this could simply be an aha moment, or if you've been working with a counselor lately, or for some reason, I just heard sleep patterns. So something to do with sleep if you've been having well, I don't know, with those two heavy hitters in your 12th house, I have no doubt maybe some Geminis have had some insomnia. So maybe this is finally trying to break a cycle and getting into a better sleep cycle, possibly. With Venus too being in the third house, this could be something to do with breaking free of transportation. So how you get around, you could be looking at that, or again, breaking free of something. This is a relationship planet as well, Gemini. It's not really in a relationship house, but Venus also rules our relationships as well. This could be something to do with your neighborhood, your neighbors, the community you belong to. This could be something to do with relatives, aunts, uncles, siblings, cousins, neighbors as well. And this is a square. So Gemini, this could just be maybe you putting up your boundaries. You know, this is the final straw that breaks the camel's back, that saying. This shouldn't be anything new unless it's maybe a partner leaving you or something like that, something that surprises and shocks you out of the blue. Now, I'm not saying all Gemini's partners are going to walk out on them. That's just an example. I'd have to look at your chart to see that, if that could be a possibility for you. But again, this shouldn't be anything new, Gemini, because this is bubbling, rumbling under the surface. And this is ultimate freedom. This is breaking free of something. And it could be a mindset, breaking free of a mindset, or a subconscious toxic pattern that you've been telling yourself over and over and over again. Or again, simply putting up those boundaries when it comes to neighbors. I also heard groups, friendships, associations that you belong to could be a possibility as well, or traveling. Maybe you've been restricted some way, shape, or form with traveling, whether it's short distance, long distance. You know, maybe you finally were able to buy that new vehicle that you've been wanting, or that new bike, or a new pair of skates, you know, however it is that you get around, you know, from a day-to-day perspective. This is ultimate freedom, basically, Gemini. Last but not least, I just want to mention here, eclipse energy is starting to rumble and bumble. So not too critical for the mutable signs. I'm going to get more into that next month, depending on where the eclipses fall in your chart. But Gemini, if you do have any planets, placements, points in, again, the fixed signs or the cardinal signs, around 21 degrees or 5 degrees, you might feel this more than others. But in general, the way your sign is aspecting Libra and Taurus, again, not a bad aspect towards you at all. But again, I'll talk about it next month, but I just thought I'd put it out there because some people are more sensitive than others from an energy perspective, especially the air signs and the water signs as well. They can feel energy a little bit sometimes more acutely than other people. So just putting it out there, take a deep breath this month, because I feel like October is going to be a little bit more faster paced, a little bit less delayed, because of course we have the two personal planets going direct this month. So things should start to get into motion this month, and things might pick up a little bit more in October. Okay, so moving on to Cancer. Cancer, let's talk about the sun. Where is the sun lighting up your chart this month? So focus is going to be on third house, fourth house matters this month for you, Cancer. So third house is communication. It is how you get around. It's short distance traveling. It's transportation. It is siblings, cousins, neighbors, relatives, your direct community that you are involved with. It is a busy, busy, busy communication house. It's also the mindset, learning, teaching, traveling, things like that. And then middle of September, the sun moves into your fourth house of home, family, foundation, Cancer. So that is going to be your focus this month. If you are looking to move or change residence or things like that, you're going to feel amped up to do something about it, definitely in the next 6 weeks with Mars in your fourth house as well. Now we have a beautiful new moon in Virgo. I love, love, love this new moon because it is making a wide trine to Pluto and to Uranus and Jupiter. And it's happening in earth signs. So first of all, it is sextiling your energy, Cancer. So this could be an opportunity aspect for you coming your way. This could also be something just in the material realm in general, because this is all the earth signs are lit up this month by a big grand trine. So I love this. Some things could materialize, some things might not, Cancer. It just depends on how your chart is, your personal chart is laid out and what you're watching for right now. But all in all, beautiful energies, synergies flowing to your sign this month, which is really, really nice. So plant those seeds of intention, what you want to bring to fruition in the next 6 months. And this is again happening in your third house of the mind, communications, transportation, siblings, cousins, neighbors, relatives. This is your immediate community where you live and breathe and interact with people. This is also social media, short distance traveling, and the internet as well. Now we have a full moon in Aries. This is lighting up your career house, Cancer. So this could be this should be a culmination point when it comes to career, retirement, whatever it is that you publicly put out there in the world. If you own a business, if you're online, whatever the case may be, this is reaching a wider, bigger audience. So think back to middle of March, Cancer. What was going on in your life? What seeds did you plant in March that is coming to fruition, coming to light this month? Something should be closing up, wrapping up, so you can move on to a brand new chapter, basically. Going back to Mars in Libra, this is ramping up that fourth house, a home, family, foundation. This is going to fire you up, motivate you, Cancer, to get things organized, dealt with in the home. This is also the parental access, so something to do with mom, dad, or a possibility, or authority figures in your life. Really great month to do renovations, Cancer, because Mars is going to give you that motivation, action, passion, drive. Do keep in mind, though, Mars is a double-edged sword. I love Mars because it motivates us, activates us, gives us passion, drive to chase after what we want, basically. But Mars also irritates and inflames wherever he goes. So you might have some spicy conversations with people that you live with under your household, under your roof, whatever the case may be. You might notice people are a little bit more crankier. You might be more crankier. Because again, that's Mars. That's Mars like firing you up in more than one way, basically. So just keep that in mind. Arguments could break out with mom, dad, authority figures in your life, all relationships in general. And again, especially if you live with people in the same household or apartment or whatever the case may be. And this is for about 6 weeks, Cancer. So just to give you a heads up on that. Now, Venus squares Jupiter this month. Not a bad aspect. This is just an excess aspect, though, Cancer. So what I would say is watch mixing money with friends. If a friend or a colleague or something like that from a group association that you belong to asks for money or asks for a loan, I do caution against that. But if you have the means and you're happy to help, then go for it, you know. But that's the only downfall with this aspect is just excess. You could just be spending too much money or giving too much at work also. Just watch out for that as well. And giving maybe too much in groups, memberships, associations, friendship circles that you belong to. Maybe a good time to gut check that and reassess that as well, if this applies to you. And we have the third and final square this month as well to Uranus. So this shouldn't be a surprise, Cancer. And again, this is something to do with your money house or work house or material possessions, and it is squaring up to your 11th house of long-term goals, friendships, groups, memberships, associations that you belong to, Cancer. So this is like the final straw. What's that saying? The final straw to break the camel's back or whatever. You're done with something here, Cancer. This is a freedom aspect. So you're breaking free of something that is just no longer working for you. And again, could be related to money, finances, how you earn your living or earn an income. This could be something to do with material possessions as well. Buying, selling. Also, what else here? Could be something to do with home, family, foundation, and again, friendship circles, memberships that you belong to, and your role in those friendship circles or groups, memberships, associations that you belong to as well. And last but not least, eclipses, Cancer. I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. You are one of the cardinal signs. So if you, depending on what you're watching for, if you have any planets, placements, points at 21 degrees of Cancer, or Capricorn for that matter, or Aries or Libra, give or take 5 degrees on either side of that degree point. Keep that in mind because you might feel something rumbling, bumbling under the surface. This could affect you in any area of your life because this could be you personally, physically, in the body, how you present yourself in the world. This could be, again, home, family, foundation, because that's where this eclipse is happening in Libra next month. This could be something to do with your career or retirement or whatever it is that you put out in the public eye, and or whatever it is that you do on a day-to-day level, and also could be something to do with a partnership. This could be a love partnership, a business partnership, contracts, agreements, negotiations, marriage. So just keep that in mind, Cancer. I'm not here to instill fear. I like to prepare people for these energies, and you might feel it sooner than later. So we'll talk about it more in detail and depth next month, but this is just a heads up. So have a fantastic month, Cancer. We'll see you back here next month. Leo. So Leo, let's see here. What is going on for you this month? So the sun is lighting up your second house, third house. So that's going to be the focus for you this month, Leo. Money matters, work matters, material possessions, what you own, buying, selling, how you earn a living, or however it is that you make income. Also, your values are very important here as well. And then the sun moves into Libra, lighting up that third house of, communications, text messages, emails. This could be siblings, cousins, neighbors, the community that you associate yourself with. Traveling is also in here as well, Leo. So definitely a busier month. This is also the mindset, teaching, learning, things like that. So that's going to be your focus this month of September, Leo. And we have a fantastic new moon happening in your second house of money and earnings. So please set those intentions this month, Leo, to, what do you want to manifest in the next 6 months when we have the Virgo full moon in your second house? This is definitely highlighting your money access, your finances, your self-worth, your values, how you earn a living, material possessions, and it's making a trine to Jupiter, Uranus up in your career house. So this could be career related, or it's also trining Pluto as well down in your 6th house of busy day-to-day matters. This could also be diet, health, routines. If you own a business, Leo, this also represents people that work for you. So if you want to find the right people, set those intentions with the universe that you're going to find the right people to work for you, with you in the next 6 months or so. And this is also the house of pets as well. So if you want to manifest a pet into your life, now is also a really great time to do that as well. Now we have a full moon in Aries at the end of the month, Leo. So think back to middle of March. What was happening in your life there from a standpoint of long distance traveling in general? This could also be legal matters, something to do with the law, authority figures. This could also be teaching, learning. I just heard long distance education, so something along those lines as well. This could be citizenship, immigration, anything international. This is the house of pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, Leo. So what seeds did you plant in March, or what was going on in March of this year? Because right now you're getting the full moon of that. So this is a culmination point. This is like an ending and a new beginning all at once. This is closing a chapter so you can move on to something new, or taking that next step towards whatever it is, your goals, your plans, whatever the case may be. Now Mars recently moved into your third house at the end of August there. So for the next 6 weeks, Mars is going to be amping up this busy communication house. So again, siblings, cousins, neighbors, the community you belong to, also transportation. You might have a heavier foot this month, Leo. You might have the need for speed and road rage and things like that. So do be mindful of that, Leo. Do be very careful of that. If you catch yourself, just take a step back, Leo, if you can. Now, keep in mind, Mars is a double-edged sword. I love Mars for motivation, passion, drive. This is, technically this is sextiling your Leo energies, Leo, depending on what you're watching for. So this is an opportunity aspect to take action on something in your communication house. This could be traveling. This could be something to do with communication. This could be something to do with transportation. This could be something to do with how you get around, how you interact with your community, your siblings, cousins, neighbors. But Mars can also irritate and inflame. So you might have a little spat with a sibling or a cousin or a relative or a neighbor. They might piss you off in some way, shape, or form. So just be mindful of that. I'm not saying it's absolutely going to happen, but Mars in here invigorates. Mars in here spices things up for you, Leo. So just be mindful of that. It's not a doom and gloom aspect. It's just putting more focus on this busy house of communication, and also your mindset, learning and teaching as well. Just a couple highlights for the month. We have Venus square Jupiter, not the end of the world. This is like an excess aspect though. So just be mindful of spending, Leo. Be mindful of maybe overdoing it at work, trying to impress someone. Also be mindful of what you ingest into your body as well, because Venus is in your first house. So this could really touch any area of your life, including your physical body. So again, not the end of the world. It's just an excess aspect that I wanted to mention. And we have the third and final Venus square Uranus. And again, this is your first house of, your personality, your physical body, especially if you're Leo rising, squaring up to Uranus in your 10th house of career, Leo. So this is the final straw. This is like the final straw that breaks the camel's back. This is moving on, moving away from something or someone. Because these energies are happening in prominent angles of your chart, Leo, this really could be anything. This could be a relationship. This could be breaking free of a debt, a loan, a money situation. This could be breaking free of a stagnant career, moving on to something new. This could also be, again, something to do with traveling, whether it's short distance travel, long distance traveling as well is a possibility. So this shouldn't be anything new, Leo. This is something bumbling under the surface over the last 2 to 3 months. So this is the final, this is it. This is you saying, okay, I'm out of here. I'm breaking free of this, that, whatever the case may be, depending on, again, what you're watching for and how your personal chart is being affected by this energy. And did I mention relationships? Sorry, I was talking so fast there. I don't even know if I mentioned relationships, but this could again be breaking free from a stagnant either love relationship, business relationship, or possibly a friendship as well. And last but not least, eclipse energy is starting to rumble and bumble as well. More so prominent next month, but some people might feel this more intensely than others. You are one of the fixed signs I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video. If you have any planets, placements, points at 5 degrees of Leo, or for that matter, 5 degrees of Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio, you might start to feel this energy the most, Leo. And this is a culmination point. This is like crossing the finish line. This is, you know, something is coming to a close when it comes to home, family, foundation, your career, your aspirations. This could also be something to do with a parent or authority figures in your life. Something is ending here. You know, endings and new beginnings. That's what eclipses are all about. Nothing to fear. It shouldn't really be anything new either. For some of you, this might have already wrapped up, but anyway, I'm putting it on everyone's radars just to be aware of this energy, and we're going to talk about it more in October as well. So enjoy your month, Leo, and we'll see you back here next month. Virgo. I want to wish all the Virgos out there a happy birthday if you are celebrating this month. You have some incredible energy coming in this month for you, Virgo. So please, please, please take advantage of it. Let's start with the sun. So the sun obviously has been lighting up your first house since the middle of August. So that's going to continue into this month. And then the sun is going to move into your second house of work, money, how you earn money, your material possessions. So that is going to be the focus this month. You personally, could also be professionally as well. And then the focus is going to turn on money matters, your material possessions, how you earn a living, and also your values and your self-worth as well, Virgo. Now you have a beautiful new moon happening this month, as I mentioned. So this is trining Jupiter and Uranus and Pluto as well down there in your 5th house of fun and pleasure and romance and dating and children and creativity and all that fun stuff. So Virgo, please, this is your new moon. This is your new moon. So take advantage of this new moon, especially if you are a Virgo sun or rising or moon anywhere around 21, 22 degrees, give or take 5 on either side. This is literally personal to you. You know, ascendant, very, very personal to you. Sun, it could be related to career or authority figures or father figures in your life. And a new moon on your moon is also a new beginning when it comes to maybe the emotional body or literally your home, family, foundation, or something to do with the mother. So very important month for you, Virgo. So please plant those seeds of intention of what you want to manifest the next 6 months from now. And this could be any area of your life that, like, you know, this is your first house. So this can be literally any area of your life. Now you have, we all have a full moon in Aries at the end of September. Now this is lighting up your financial house for you. This is other people's money though, other resources, like money from the government or inheritance money or selling of a property or joint assets or finances or things like that, money that you get from clients, the government, whatever the case may be. So think back to middle of March, Virgo, what was going on in your life, and you know, something should come to a culmination point, an ending, a closing of one chapter so you can move on to another chapter when it comes to shared resources and finances. Now Mars in Libra, so Mars moved out of your sign, moved into Libra at the end of August. So now Mars is also going to put focus on money matters, your material possessions, buying, selling, This could be, I also heard something to do with, I don't know, something to do with the body, like something to do with health and well-being, if that resonates with you. But Mars is really going to motivate you to make some money, earning money, how you earn a living, how to either bring in more money, or if you're not working, how to get back out there and put yourself out there to find a good opportunity, or how you can attract resources to you. Now, Mars does separate though, Virgo. So if you are looking to sell assets this month, fantastic time to do it. I shouldn't say this month, you have 6 weeks. I believe you have around 6 weeks with this energy. So excellent time to separate from something, separate from a material possession, for example. So excellent time to do that. And a couple other highlights for the month. We have Venus squaring Jupiter. Not the end of the world. This is just an excess aspect, Virgo. So watch out for, you know, like overeating, over drinking, drugs, whatever your, you know, pick your poison, right? Like whatever your indulgence is, do watch out for that this month. Not a bad aspect, but just, again, something to do with indulgence, and it could be something to do with relationships, could have something to do with food, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, or love, spending money, things like that. Just watch out for that, Virgo. We have our third and final square of Venus squaring off to Uranus. Now, this is a breaking free aspect, Virgo. So this could be something to do with, again, money matters, a relationship. This is the final straw that breaks the camel's back. So this is ultimate freedom when it comes to higher education, teaching, learning. This could be citizenship, passports, immigration, international matters. This is like stepping outside of your comfort zone, Virgo. So this shouldn't be anything new. It's just that this has been bubbling, rumbling under the surface the last few months. And now this is it. This is a culmination point. And this is also happening at the exact same time of the Aries full moon. So this is it. This is closing a chapter and finally moving on, breaking free. This is a freedom aspect, Virgo. So whatever's not working that you're aware of, let it go. Again, when it comes to that 9th house matter. And last but not least, I'm just mentioning the eclipse energy is starting to rumble this month, and obviously they, you know, full on in October. Now, you are a mutable sign, Virgo, so I don't want to say you're not affected by this at all. You know, we do have an eclipse in Taurus next month. So, I mean, but this does trine your energy. So this is definitely a culmination point of something that's been happening in your life when it comes to, again, long distance traveling, communication, the mindset, teaching, learning, education, transportation. This is like an ending of some sort and a new beginning in another area of your life. So you're not tremendously impacted by this, but still, we're all going to feel eclipse energy. It's just that it's hitting our charts differently. And it obviously depends on what you're listening for right now. So obviously, if you have planets, points, placements in any other sign except Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius, you will feel this. You 100% will feel this, especially if you have personal planets or placements at 21 or 5 degrees of the fixed signs and the cardinal signs. But we'll talk about more next month, Virgo. So enjoy the rest of your birthday season. Have a fantastic month, and we'll see you back here next month. Libra. So Libra, happy birthday if you are celebrating this month. Libra season officially kicks off on September the 23rd. I've been talking way too long, so forgive me. But yes, happy birthday, happy equinox. Very exciting time of the year and very powerful time of the year as well. I love the equinoxes because they're such a powerful time of the year, and shifting of the seasons is so important for us collectively and as soul human beings as well. So let's get started here, Libra. Obviously, the sun has been in your quiet 12th house for the last half of August, and it's going to continue, and then it's going to light you up like a Christmas tree. Christmas in September for you, Libra, is starting on the 23rd. So the focus is definitely going to be, the spotlight's going to be on you, Libra, starting in the middle of September. You should get your energy back, your passion, your motivation, your drive. That should actually start on August the 27th, thanks to Mars hopping into your sign at that time. And we have an incredible new moon in Virgo. This is happening at the middle of September. This is a quieter area of your chart, Libra, but I don't want to downplay that because it is connecting very beautifully with Uranus, Jupiter, and Pluto. So, and those heavy hitters are in some very key areas of your chart, Libra. So this is home, family, foundation. Pluto has obviously been transforming that for you since 2008. And also Jupiter and Uranus is up there in your 8th house of other people's money, financial resources, joint assets, properties. For some reason I heard transportation. I'll throw that in there. Transportation, shared assets in general. This could also be inheritance as well. So very beautiful material type of new moon, Libra, for you. So if you want to set those, plant those seeds of intention for the next 6 months or so, I would definitely encourage you to do that because it is in an earthy sign. So something could materialize, something could come to form 6 months from now. But all in all, Libra, if you're not interested in that, that's totally fine. I would say kick back and relax and pamper yourself around this new moon in Virgo. Take advantage, indulge the senses, but don't overindulge because we do have a Venus square Jupiter, which I'll talk about. But yeah, pamper yourself in general, take care of your mental health, Libra, take a break, go out in nature, whatever it is that you want to do, Libra, that gets your zen back, I would encourage you to do that this month. Absolutely. Now we do have a full moon in Aries that is spotlighting your relationship house, Libra. So this is all walks of life when it comes to relationships, friendships, love partnerships, business partnerships. This is marriage. This is contracts. This is agreements. This is negotiations. This is a culmination of what was happening in March of this year, Libra. This is planting those seeds of intention of whatever you did in March, and now the Aries full moon. So this was at the Aries new moon, and then now the Aries full moon, something is coming to a culmination point, something is coming to an ending, or this could be a contract or an agreement wrapping up and then moving on to a new opportunity, just as a simple example. Now, Libra, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are getting married this month, or a fellow Libra or Aries that are getting married this month as well. I wouldn't be shocked to hear that as well. So that's really beautiful energy. Now, Mars in your sign for the next 6 months. This is definitely going to light a fire under your behind, Libra. So action, motivation, passion, drive. This is going to make you more feistier, which is good for Libras. Absolutely. You're still going to consider both sides of the coin, but I think you're going to be more passionate, motivated, driven to go after what you want personally. And there's nothing wrong with that, Libra. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. There isn't. Talk to an Aries. Talk to an Aries, Libra. Talk to an Aries. That's all I'm going to say. And I love Aries, by the way, but yeah, it's okay to be selfish, Libra. It's okay to go after what you want. It's okay to step on people's toes. It is what it is. And I know some of you, you probably aren't going to like to hear that, but Mars is going to help you do that. Mars is going to help you go after whatever it is that you want. And depending on what you're watching for right now, Mars is just going to activate whatever planet or placement that you're watching for right now. Now, if you are a Libra rising, Mars can irritate, inflame the body. So just be mindful of that, Libra. It's nothing doom and gloom, but it's just more irritation, inflammation in the body. So just be mindful of what you eat, what you put into your mouth as well. So enjoy that long stay with Mars in your first house there. Take advantage of the energy. Burn off the energy, Libra. Don't, sit at home or whatever. Like, burn off the energy. Definitely don't hold it in the body. Get it out of your body in some way, shape, or form. Excellent time to start new exercise regimes as well, Libra. Couple highlights for the month. I mentioned the Venus square Jupiter. Not the end of the world. This is just an excess transit. So watch out for overspending on money, overindulgence, whether it's food, drugs, alcohol, whatever your poison is. Pick your poison, Libra. But yeah, just watch for overindulgence when it comes to money matters, and food, and mixing, well, food, alcohol, drugs, whatever, and mixing money with friendships. Watch out for that as well. Unless you have the means to do so and you don't care if you get the money back or not, then go nuts. Go nuts, Libra. We have the third and final square, again with Venus, but this time with Uranus. So this is breaking free of something, Libra. This is breaking free of a debt, taxes, loans, inheritance, money coming through finally, delays, restrictions. Like, this is a freedom aspect. This is breaking free of something that is holding you down, holding you back. It could be an association with a group, a membership, a friendship circle that you belong to. This is the final straw, Libra. You've had enough. You're like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Time for a change. Goodbye. And Venus rules your first house. So this really could touch any area of your life, Libra. Again, it depends on your chart, depends on what you're watching for, but ultimately this is a breaking free aspect that has been bumbling, grumbling, whatever you want to call it, under the surface for the last 3 months or so. This is it. This is like breaking free of something that's been holding you back, holding you down, whatever the case may be. Or paying off debts, loans, things like that as well could be covered here. Now, eclipse energy, I'm going to close out with this. Eclipses start in October. You are one of the signs I mentioned at the beginning of the video. You and Aries are up, up in the spotlight for the next 18 months. We have our first Libra eclipse at 21 degrees next month. So Libra, check your chart for any planets, placements, points at 21 degrees, give or take 5 degrees on either side of that in Libra, Aries, Cancer, or Capricorn. You are going to feel this more intensely the closer you are to that degree point, especially if it's your ascendant or your rising sign or your moon or your sun sign. You're definitely going to start feeling that this month. Nothing to fear, Libra, nothing to fear. It's just, eclipses bring in more change, more opportunity, more upheaval, if you will. So just be prepared for that. I'm going to talk about it again next month, but I just want to prepare, especially those cardinal signs. You're a cardinal sign, so I just want to warn all of you of this energy that could be, coming down the pipe sooner than later for you, Libra. So anyway, enjoy your month, and we'll see you back here next month. Bye for now. Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio, what's going on for you this month? So the sun is lighting up your 11th house of friendships, groups, associations, memberships that you belong to. This is also your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, long-term goals. And then the sun moves into a quieter part of your chart, Scorpio, your 12th house. So you're going to want to maybe take a step back, maybe pamper yourself, maybe take it easy if you can. Starting middle of September until middle of October, when just before the sun moves into your sign and we ramp up for your season. So energy might be a little bit lower, slower, nothing to worry about. It's just that, the sun is doing its thing this time of the year to ask you to slow down, go within. This could be something to do with the subconscious mind, or, any sort of shadows or anything like that that you have to well, actually, it might bubble up to the surface, any sort of shadow work that you need to do. Don't hesitate. Sorry, I've been doing these videos back to back to back. I might be a little bit bumbling by now. But don't hesitate, Scorpio, to work with a therapist this month. It's also highlighting that as well. If you need to talk to somebody, get it out. Okay, and Mars is in here as well. So if there's something you've been bottling up, don't push it down, get it out. Talk to somebody that you trust. Okay, so that's sort of going to be the focus for you this month. We have a beautiful new moon in Virgo. I love this new moon because it's in the earth sign. So earth is like material, tangible results, money, things like that. So for you, Scorpio, this is also trining, obviously, Jupiter and Uranus in your 7th house of relationships, partnerships of all kinds, and Pluto there down in your 3rd house of communication, transportation, traveling, community, siblings, cousins, neighbors, things like that. So plant those seeds of intention, Scorpio, of what you want to bring to light in the next 6 months from now. This could also have something to do with groups, memberships, associations that you belong to, and also any sort of long-term goals or your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. Definitely a great time to put those out to the universe. What do you want to manifest in the next 6 months from now? Is it a new relationship? Is it a new business partnership? Is it a new love partnership? Is it a new friendship group, friendship circle? Is it something to do? Maybe do you want to manifest a new vehicle? Do you want to find a new way to get around? Things like that. Buy a new bike, a new set of skates, however it is that you get around. Could be something to do with siblings, cousins, neighbors, whatever the case may be for you. And also traveling, learning, education, teaching, things like that as well. Put those intentions out there, Scorpio. Now we have a full moon in Aries at the end of September. This is lighting up your busy 6th house of day-to-day work, duty, responsibility. This is also highlighting, I just heard children. It's not the house of children, but I'm going to throw it in there because I just heard it. So something to do with your kids, family. This could also be your health, pets, nutrition, diet, things like that. Think back to middle of March, what was happening around that time. Something is coming to light around this time from when, whatever it is that was going on in March, this should be a culmination point, an ending, a closure of something when it comes to busy day-to-day work, duty, and responsibility for you, Scorpio. Now, Mars in Libra, like I mentioned, this is a 6-week transit for you, Scorpio. Do watch your sleep habits, because again, Mars sort of irritates and inflames wherever he goes. Now, Mars is your ruling planet, Scorpio. So whatever Mars does, and especially when he changes signs, you are affected even physically by this because Mars is your ruling planet. So plus it's a personal planet as well. So watch your sleep habits, try to get into a good sleep routine. Mars might irritate and want to keep you up all night because you're like vibrating. This isn't going to be for everyone, but I'm just throwing it out there. I know when Mars transits my 12th house, like I have insomnia for like 6 weeks and it's very difficult to sleep. It's not constant, but it's like there, buzzing, and my subconscious mind goes and goes. So just be mindful of that, Scorpio. As I mentioned, with the sun moving into your 12th, this might drudge up things from the past to be acknowledged, healed, cleared. Talk to a counselor, talk to a trusted friend, whatever the case may be. Try to avoid drugs, alcohol, things like that. You might want to escape while Mars is in this house as well. And also while the sun is in here as well. I forgot to mention that. Escapism is really big when it comes to 12th house matters, Scorpio. So do watch out for that. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just be mindful of that. You might crave that. Like, pick your poison, right? Cigarettes, marijuana, whatever, drugs, alcohol, eating, food, whatever. Pick your poison, right, Scorpio? If any sign understands that, it is definitely you, and I don't mean that in a negative way. at all. I just want you to be aware of this energy that could be coming in for the next 6 weeks for you. So keep that in mind. But with the South Node there, I'm hoping and I'm confident for you that you're going to let some of this gunk go. I'll just put it that way. Okay, what else do we have here? A couple highlights for the month. Venus square Jupiter. Not the end of the world, Scorpio. This is an excess aspect though. So watch out for overeating, again, overeating, over drinking, indulging in drugs, alcohol, whatever the case may be. Watch out for overworking as well, giving too much of yourself, Scorpio. Check yourself this month especially. So make sure of that. Also be careful of overdoing it in relationships, giving too much in relationships. You know, this might be, yeah, actually that leads me into my next point of Venus squaring off to Uranus. You know, watch, this is a culmination point for you, Scorpio, when it comes to Venus and Uranus, which is 10th house, 7th house matters. So we're having the third and final square at the end of September on top of that full moon in Aries. So this is a breaking free aspect, Scorpio. So this is breaking free of a stagnant job, an old job that's not working for you anymore, an old relationship that's bogging you down. It's like the old ball and chain. It could be breaking free of that. This is breaking free of a friendship that's not working for you. This could also be, again, letting go of a habit, an unhealthy habit. So smoking, drinking, whatever, could be that as well. This could be so many things, Scorpio. I can go on and on and on because this is happening in such a prominent angle of your chart. It's the 10th house of career, the 7th house of your relationships, all types of relationships. So love, business, also contracts, agreements, negotiations, marriage. I'm not saying all of you are going to get a divorce, Scorpio, so don't take it that way. But the energy is there. This shouldn't be anything new. You know, this should be grumbling under the surface the last 3 months, but this is a breaking point, Scorpio. You're done. You're going to walk away from something. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm done. And again, this could be a relationship, business, love, friendship, or something to do with your career or an unhealthy habit, walking away from a job that's not working anymore. Or if you own a business, yeah, this could be just letting people go, you know, letting people go that you're tired of dealing with, that they're not serving the business. They're not, you know, it's just not working out, you know, which is just part of life. So anyway, Scorpio, I would have to look at your personal chart to see how this is playing out. But lots of different things could be playing out this month, but all in all for your highest good, Scorpio. I'm not trying to doom and gloom any of these transits. I always take this kind of stuff higher into the positive realm. Last but not least, eclipse energy is wrapping up for the Taurus Scorpio cycle. So this, if you have anything at 5 degrees, give or take 5 degrees on either side, 5 degrees of Scorpio, Taurus, or for that matter, Leo or Aquarius, if you have any planets, points, placements at 5 degrees, this is it. This is the ending finally of all those eclipses in your sign, Scorpio, and your opposite sign of Taurus from the last 18 months. So something is like this should be the finish line. This is like a culmination point, an ending, a new beginning. Some of you will feel this more than others. That's why I'm giving the degree points, because if you're a late degree Scorpio, for example, your ending might have already happened. You know, it's like you ended something or let something go, or big changes already happened in your life. I'm talking about those of you that have anything around 5 degrees. You will feel this more intensely than other people. Or again, if you have any other energy in the fixed signs as well. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to talk about it next month as well, but you might feel something rumbling under the surface as well this month when it comes to, again, big areas of your life, Scorpio, because this is affecting your first house. So this could be you personally, physically, how you carry yourself into the world, how you present yourself to the world. This could be something to do with the health of the body. This could be your relationships of all walks of life, career, home, family, foundation. So you catch my drift. Big changes for you, I have no doubt, the last 18 months. So it is coming to an ending point, and then the nodes and the eclipses, of course, are moving into different areas of your chart, Scorpio. So have a wonderful September, and we'll see you back here next month. Sagittarius. Okay, so Sag, what is happening for you this month? Let's talk about the sun. So the sun is lighting up your career house. It's also lighting up the parental axis. So maybe mom and dad or authority figures or something like that have been in focus since August. That is going to continue until the middle of the month, but definitely your career is in focus. And then the sun moves into your friendship sector. So friendships, groups, associations that you belong to, your role in these groups as well. This is your long-term goals. This is your hopes, your wishes, your dreams as well, Sag. So that's going to be the focus this month. We have a beautiful, incredible new moon in your career sector, Sagittarius. So please, please, please take advantage of this new moon. Set those intentions of what you want to manifest in your career in the next 6 months. And this is making a beautiful trine to Pluto down in your money house. Also your values, your beliefs, also your material possessions, what you own. And it's also making a trine to Jupiter and Uranus in your day-to-day busy house of work, duty, responsibility. This is also could have something to do with your children, your pets, your household, things like that. So beautiful new moon coming in for you, Sag. So as I mentioned, put out to the universe what you want to attract into your life when it comes to career, money, day-to-day work, how you earn a living, or maybe you want to retire in 6 months. Not a bad wish to plant those seeds of intention this month as well. We have a full moon in Aries in lighting up your 5th house of fun, joy, pleasure. This is trining your energy, Sagittarius, depending on what you're watching for. This is incredible culmination energy when it comes to, children. Maybe you're welcoming in a new baby or something like that into your home. This could also be creative projects taking form, coming to light. This could be something to do with, it's interesting. I just heard traveling. I mean, sure, I'm going to throw that in there because I just heard that. So something to do with maybe travel, trips. I also heard training. But yeah, this is a very fun, lighthearted house for you, Sagittarius. So, and again, this is a culmination point. So think back to March, middle of March of this year. That's when we would have had a new moon in Aries. What was going on in March? Now you should see a culmination point, something coming into form in not only this area of your life, but also something to do with this month as well. Okay, now we have Mars in Libra. So Mars in Libra is activating that 11th house for you. So again, this is friendships, groups, associations that you belong to. This is motivation, passion, drive towards these groups, associations. It could also be going after your goals, Sagittarius. And this is making opportunity aspects to your sign, depending on what you're watching for, whether it's, if it's your sun sign, this could be career opportunities coming in. If it's your ascendant, it really could be any area of your life, opportunities coming in. And if it's your moon sign, it could be opportunity to either move or, mind you, other aspects do have to be at play, but something to do with home, family, foundation, or again, maybe something to do with the parents as well for you, Sagittarius. So keep in mind though, wherever Mars goes, Mars inflames. Like, I love Mars, don't get me wrong, I love Mars. Without Mars, we wouldn't have passion, motivation, drive to go after what we want. It's that warrior spirit, the warrior planet. But Mars can cause aggravation, frustration, anger, things like that. So this is in your friendship house, Sagittarius. So your friends might be extra spicy this month or extra cranky this month. They might piss you off in some way, Sagittarius. So just keep that in mind for the next 6 weeks that If you notice a change in people's behaviors, that's Mars possibly firing them up and getting them a little bit spicy, a little bit more spicier than usual. But this could also be you two just having a shorter fuse when it comes to your friends, groups, associations, you know, whatever it is, or whatever friendship circle you belong to. You might have a short fuse when it comes to your friends as well. So just keep that in mind. Couple highlights for the month. We have Venus square Jupiter. Not the end of the world here, Sagittarius. Just watch out for overindulgence. You are ruled by Jupiter, so do watch out for overindulgence in eating, drinking, drugs, alcohol, whatever it is. You know, pick your poison, so to speak, Sagittarius. Also overspending and overworking. Also watch out for those as well. We do have a final square. This is the third and final square from Venus to Uranus. And again, this is connecting something to do with your work, your day-to-day duty, responsibility. This could be a health matter. This could be diet, routine. This could be a pet, something to do with a pet. So, and this could be connected to, again, something to do with money. This could be connected to people who work with you, like co-workers. I've been talking too long. So this could be coworkers, this could be work colleagues, this could be people that work for you if you own a business, Sagittarius. Yeah, this could be a whole bunch of different things. I would have to look at your chart to get down to specifics, but regardless, this is a breaking point. This is like, I'm done, bye, I'm out of here, whatever the case may be. You know, you could be walking away from a job, a relationship, something to do with a financial matter. Maybe somebody's draining your pocketbook. Maybe this could be something to do with a legal matter or traveling, whether it's short or long distance. This could also be, again, related to a friendship circle or a long-term goal. Regardless, this is a breaking free aspect, Sagittarius. That's what Uranus wants, us to break free from something that's not working for us anymore. So just keep that in mind. It shouldn't be a shock. It might be for some people, it might not be. I would have to look at your chart and to understand the situation. But this is something that's been happening the last like 2 to 3 months. So it shouldn't be a shock. But again, you might be on the receiving end. I don't know. Again, it's not a doom and gloom because it is Venus and Uranus. Venus is a very positive planet. Uranus is a neutral planet. But Uranus is a wild card. It's like expect the unexpected. So regardless, Sagittarius, these transits are going to, or this transit in particular is going to break you free from something very stagnant that's not working in your life. Now, eclipse energy is rumbling. I did mention that at the beginning of the video. You're a mutable sign, so I mean, I don't want to say you're exempt from this because nobody is, and it depends on your personal birth chart. But we'll talk about it more next month where the eclipses are hitting in your particular houses, but you might start to feel this energy this month. You might not. Again, depends on if you have any planetary aspects or points in your chart in any other sign except Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces. Like I said, it could, this is going to affect us all in different ways, and I'll dive into that a little bit more next month. So enjoy your September, Sagittarius, and we'll see you back here next month. Okay, Capricorn. So Capricorn, let's talk about what the sun is doing for you this month. So the focus since middle of August for you, Capricorn, has been on 9th house matters. So this is the legal system, the justice system, long distance traveling, could also be short distance traveling. This is higher education, teaching, training, citizenship, immigration, passports, pushing you outside of your comfort zone, basically, Capricorn. Now, the sun moves into your career house starting on September the 23rd. So focus, Capricorn, what a big shock here, is going to be on work. Capricorn is all about work. Technically, your sign rules the 10th house of everyone's charts. So Capricorn, focus, focus, focus. It's going to be back to routine, back to school, whatever the case may be for you. That is going to be the focus for the rest of September into October. Also, focus could be on father figures or parental figures in your life. Could be mom, dad, authority figures in your life. That's going to be the focus as well for the next month. We have a beautiful new moon in Virgo this month. And I love this new moon, Capricorn, because it is trining Jupiter, Uranus, and Pluto, which Pluto is in your first house. So plant those seeds of intention, Capricorn. If it has anything to do with going international, putting yourself out there, reaching a bigger audience, a wider audience. This could be long distance traveling, short distance traveling, citizenship, immigration, legal matters as well. So this is very materializing. I love earth energy. I absolutely love it because things materialize under these new moons. Now, some of us could get a surprise and some of us maybe not. It just depends on how or what you're watching for right now, because technically Jupiter and Uranus is trining Capricorn planets, placements, points, whatever you're watching for. And Virgo trines you as well, Capricorn. So the earth signs might see something materialize at the middle of September, but if you don't, I mean, don't panic, don't worry, your time is coming, Capricorn, especially with Jupiter trining your sign for another 10 months or so. But plant those seeds of intention of what you want to bring into your life in the next 6 months or so. Then we have a full moon in Aries down in your home, family, foundation sector. Again, lighting up possibility of something to do with mom and dad, authority figures in your life. This could be, again, something to do with moving, renovating, but this should be a culmination point. This is something that started for you, think back middle of March of this year, Capricorn. What seeds did you plant when it comes to home, family, foundation? You should see something culminate, come to light, close out, whatever the case may be this month, and then moving on to something new beginning in October. This could also be breaking free of something, Capricorn, when it comes to home, family, foundation that's not working for you anymore. This could be, that's a possibility as well. Could even be something to do with career matters as well, or business if you own a business, some sort of shift, change, pivot, moving on to something else. Now we have Mars in your career sector. So a couple things to take note of here, Capricorn. Mars separates wherever he goes. So if you are looking for new clientele, getting rid of clients that you don't want to deal with anymore, getting rid of a job, you know, Mars could help you out with that, because Mars can separate you from an employer or separate you from things that are not working in your career. And Mars is going to motivate you, drive you to find something that you want. You know, what are you passionate about when it comes to career matters? This could also tie into home, maybe working from home or working out of your home, or entrepreneurship or something along those lines. But do keep in mind, Mars is a wonderful double-edged sword. So Mars can also irritate. You could get irritated with bosses, people in authority, your parents, so like father, mother figures in your life as well. So do keep that in mind. This could also irritate the household as well. That's another possibility. Again, not a horrible aspect. Just channel it, Capricorn. Channel it into your career or exercise. Get that Mars energy out of your body. Don't let it fester in the body, because then you'll be dealing with inflammation in the body. So just be careful and mindful of that. Use the energy wisely and channel it. Like channel that into something to do with career, a hobby, retirement, whatever it is that you do on a day-to-day level. You know, from a public perspective, what do you do to put yourself out there on a day-to-day basis? So this energy is going to be with you for about 6 weeks, Capricorn. So definitely take advantage of that. Couple highlights for the month. Venus square Jupiter. Not the end of the world here, Capricorn, but it is an excess transit. So spending too much money, eating too much, indulging too much. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, not a bad thing. Just watch out for the excess when it comes to, yeah, food, nutrition, finances, maybe blowing too much money on hobbies, recreation activities, having fun, Capricorn. Maybe spending too much money on your kids. They could be draining your pocketbook as well, whatever the case may be, depending on, again, your chart and what you're watching for right now. And then we have the third and final square of Venus to Uranus this month. And this is happening at the same time as that full moon in Aries in your 4th house. So Capricorn, this has been grumbling, bumbling at, under the surface for the last 2 to 3 months. This is the final straw, gets pulled, and you are like, I'm done, I'm out of here, I can't do this anymore. I don't know, whatever the case may be, Capricorn, I'd have to look at your chart to look at specifics. But again, this could be related to a relationship, in business, in love, in friendship. This could be something to do with finances. Maybe you're finally wrapping up a loan, getting rid of a debt, taxes, something that's been like bogging you down for a while now. And then Uranus there is expect the unexpected. So this could be something to do with your children, something to do with hobbies, creative projects, what lights you up, brings you joy. This is your fun house, Capricorn. So, but ultimately this is freedom. This is freedom from something that hasn't been working for you the last 2 to 3 months, and you're breaking free, breaking away from something. And last but not least, eclipse energy. You guys are rumbling, bumbling for especially the cardinal signs. That includes you. So if you have any planets, placements, points around, specifically around 21 degrees of Libra, but this also would include 21 degrees of Capricorn, 21 degrees of Cancer, 21 degrees of Aries. Check your chart, 5 degrees on either side of that 21 degrees, because that's where the next eclipse point is going to happen. I'm just preparing you. I'm not dooming, glooming this. It is what it is. We cannot stop the stars from moving, you guys. Well, actually, it's us that move. The stars, I think, stay still, right? So I got that backwards. But all we can do is prepare ourselves for the energies that are coming in, right? So that's why I make these videos, is to try to prepare folks for the incoming energies and how we can respond to them. So this is just a heads up. Some of you will feel this more than others, especially if you're, again, depending on your chart, depending on what you're watching for right now. And also, if you have anything at 5 degrees of Capricorn in particular, we are having our final eclipse in the Taurus Scorpio cycle next month as well. And this is a culmination point. This is an ending, Capricorn, but this is trining your energy. It's trining that 5-degree point. But again, give or take, let's say 0 degrees to 10 degrees of Capricorn, it's trining this energy, whatever it is that you're watching for right now. So, but at the end of the day, this is an ending. This is a culmination point. This is like an ending and a new beginning. So some of you, this already wrapped up. Some of you, this is wrapping up this month into October or even beyond, because eclipse energy ripples out about 6 months, Capricorn. So anyway, enjoy your September, and we'll see you back here next month. Aquarius. So Aquarius, let's talk about where the sun is lighting you up this month. So focus is going to be on financial matters. This is other people's money, other resources, joint assets, finances that you get from other sources like the government, inheritance, spousal income, things like that is lit up this month. This could also be taxes, debts, loans. This is also the house of sex, death, rebirth. It's a very deep, intense house, Aquarius. So it could be a lot of different things that you're focused on this month, a continuation from last month. Now, the sun moves into your ninth house of, teaching, travel, higher education, long distance travel, citizenship, immigration, legal matters. This is anything to do with pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. And this is beautiful energy for you, Aquarius, because it's trining you this month in September. But that's starting on September 23rd. So just keep that in mind. But all in all, that's going to be the focus for you for the month of September. Now we have a beautiful new moon happening in your financial sector, Aquarius. And I love this because this is in an earth sign. So plant those seeds of intention. What do you want to manifest in the next 6 months from now? This is also trining Pluto and making a trine to Jupiter and Uranus. So Aquarius, if you want to move, if you are looking for a mortgage to come through, plant those seeds of intention for the next 6 months and see what comes to light. So definitely take advantage of this new moon. Or Aquarius, a really good time to kick back, relax, pamper yourself, to a point, of course, which I'll get into in a second, but really good time to maybe go within and listen to your soul's needs and what it needs to move forward is also a good time for this as well. Now we have a full moon in Aries. This is creating an opportunity aspect to your planets, placements, points, whatever you're watching for in Aquarius. This is a culmination point. So think back to middle of March. What was going on in your life there when it comes to transportation, when it comes to siblings, cousins, neighbors? This could be all types of communication as well. This could be learning, teaching, education, short distance traveling within your community. Something is coming to light here. Something is coming to fruition. It could also be tied into ninth house matters as well. So long distance traveling, citizenship, immigration, teaching, legal matters. That could be a possibility for you as well that wraps up the end of September. Now we have Mars in Libra. This is fantastic for you, Aquarius. This is invigorating your sign in particular. Mars is activating you, again, depending on what you're watching for, what planets, placements, points. But Mars is going to put more energy into that ninth house. So traveling, teaching, training, learning, anything, Aquarius, to do with pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. Mars is going to help you do that for the next 6 weeks or so. So definitely take advantage of this energy. The only thing is, be mindful of Mars irritates also wherever it goes. So, if you're traveling, for example, and your flight is delayed, you might get a little uppity, a little spicy, a little upset, because again, Mars is going to infuse that little bit of that anger side of you, Aquarius. So again, nothing to worry about. Just be mindful of Mars. And again, Mars is trining your energy as well. Also watch out for inflammation in the body, Aquarius. That doesn't apply for all of you, but I did hear that, so I'm going to put that out there as well. A couple highlights for the month. Venus is squaring Jupiter. Not the end of the world, Aquarius. This is just an excess transit. So spending too much money on the home, spending too much money on your kids, spending too much money on romantic partnerships or work colleagues or friendships, things like that. Just watch out for that. Watch out for overindulgence as well. Also, maybe watch out for overspending on traveling as well, whether this is short distance or long distance traveling. But again, not a horrible aspect, just an excess. Watch out for excess this month. And speaking of Venus, we have Venus squaring Uranus for the third and final time this month. So this is a breaking free aspect, Aquarius. I've been talking about this the last couple months. This is breaking free of at least something in your life. Now, for you, this could be connected to a home, home life, home matter, family foundation, something to do with mom or a father figure in your life or an authority figure in your life. This could also have something to do with a relationship, breaking free from a stagnant relationship that's just no longer working for you. And this could be in love, business, or relationships. This is also possibly tied to that 9th house as well. So legal matters, citizenship, immigration, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, long distance traveling, things like that. And this is like the final straw. You're done with something, Aquarius, you're wrapping things up and you're moving on to something else. So I'd have to look at your chart to see exactly what's going on, but that gives you a general idea of what you could be letting go of this month. Eclipse energy, I did mention this at the beginning of the video. You are a fixed sign, Aquarius. So if you have any planets, placements, points at 5 degrees of Aquarius, you will feel this the most, give or take 5 degrees on either side. And also if you have anything at 5 degrees of Leo, Scorpio, or Taurus. We are wrapping up the Taurus Scorpio cycle, Aquarius. So this is wrapping up things to do with home, family, foundation, parental units, parents, mom, dad, authority figures in your life, and also career matters as well, or the public spotlight, whatever you do to put yourself out there. This could be retirement as well for you, Aquarius. So nothing to fear. This is just a closing out point, a culmination point, an ending. And again, depending on what you're watching for, it's going to affect everybody in different ways. If you're a late degree Aquarius, you're probably not going to feel this, but something is wrapping up when it comes to career, home, family, foundation, moving, and also, career matters as well, whatever you do on day-to-day work basis. So enjoy your month, Aquarius, and we'll see you back here next month. Pisces. So Pisces, let's take a look at what is going on for you this month. Okay, so the sun has been transiting your 7th house of partnerships. Now this could be love, business, or friendships. This could be marriage, contracts, agreements, negotiations. Did some of you get married? Or do you know of a Pisces or a Virgo that got married either the last half of August or into September here? And then the sun moves on to your 8th house, bringing the focus on resources, specifically financial resources. This is also taxes, debts, loans, putting the spotlight on shared resources. So this could be your partner's money, your partner's income. This could be shared property, assets. Also, I just lost it there. I had something at the top of my head, but anyway, but that's going to be the focus for you this month, Pisces, is financial matters, and then a continuation on with relationships of all kinds for you this month. Now, speaking of Virgo, your 7th house, you have a brand new moon in Virgo, and it's making a trine to your to Pluto, and also to Jupiter and Uranus as well. And Jupiter is your ruling planet, Pisces, along with Neptune, but Jupiter is your ancient ruler. So plant those seeds of intention, Pisces. What do you want to manifest in your life over the next 6 months? This could do with your health. This could do with diets, routines, being of service. This could do with, again, all walks of life relationships. So love, business, friendships as well. Something even to do with transportation, communication, how you get around, siblings, cousins, neighbors. That could also be involved with this new moon as well. So take advantage of this new moon, Pisces, because this is beautiful energy if you want to manifest, for example, a new partner into your life, whether it's in business or in love. We have a full moon in Aries at the end of the month. So this is putting a spotlight again on those finances, Pisces. So think back to March, what was happening in your life middle of March. This is like a culmination point. This is something coming to light, conclusion, wrapping up, whatever you want to call it, in your house of money. You're putting something to bed, something to rest. Maybe you're paying off a debt, a loan, closing out a work project, things like that should be wrapping up this month for you, more specifically at the end of the month. Now we have Mars in Libra for the next 6 weeks approximately. And again, lighting up that financial house for you, Pisces. So this is going to give you motivation, passion, action, drive to go after something to do with resources, something to do with maybe taxes, debts, loans, inheritance. This is also transformational. Really good. Well, I'm going to put it out there, really good for sex, Pisces, because Mars technically does rule the 8th house. So, and I mean, Libra is the relationship house. So you could have a hot and heavy month, Pisces, if you catch my drift. So enjoy it. You have this energy for approximately 6 weeks. But keep in mind, Mars also irritates and inflames wherever he goes. Mars also separates. So again, you could be separating a financial asset, there we go, or a financial connection with your partner, like joint property, finances, assets, anything to do with the material realm. This could be separating from, something to do with taxes, debts, loans, things like that. You could be moving away from as well, because definitely Mars is putting the focus on this house for you over the next 6 weeks, which is, good if you want to get rid of debt, but also you could spend money as well when Mars is transiting the financial houses. So just be mindful of that, Pisces. Couple highlights for the month. We have Venus square Jupiter. Not the end of the world. It's just that this is an excess transit. So watch out for overspending, overeating, overindulgence, overworking, Pisces, because Venus is in your 6th house. So watch out for overworking, overdoing it, maybe over technology overload, things like that. Just do be mindful of that. Venus square Uranus, the final square between these two planets. This has been happening all summer. Well, for those of us in the northern hemisphere. So the last 3 months, I should be saying, is Venus has been squaring off to Uranus, breaking us free of something. For you in particular, Pisces, I'm thinking work, something to do with work, health, habits, routines, something to do with pets. I also heard children, so I'm going to put that out there as well. And then Uranus is in your 3rd house of communication. So this is learning, teaching, traveling, training. For some reason, I heard citizenship and sponsorship. I'll put that out there as well. But all in all, this is a breaking free aspect, breaking away from something that is not working for you, Pisces. And this shouldn't be a surprise. It might be, but to some people it might not be. I don't know. It depends on your chart, depends on what you're watching for, listening for right now. But this is ultimate freedom. Uranus wants freedom. So that's what is coming to a head at the end of September. So just keep that in mind. And last but not least, eclipse energy is rumbling. Now you are a mutable sign, Pisces, so I'm not going to say you're emit, like you don't need to worry about this energy. Eclipse energy affects us all, and unless you have all of your planets, placements, points in Pisces, which I doubt it, but if you have, all of us have, planets, placements, points across the entire zodiac. So again, some of you might feel this more than others. It depends if you have any planets, placements, points at 21 degrees in particular of Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, and Aries. or if you have any planets placement points in Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus at 5 degrees. Even you Pisces, if you have anything at 5 degrees, you will be affected by this eclipse next month. And the reason why I'm mentioning this now is because, again, some people are going to feel this right now, right in like the month of September, you're going to feel this rumbling beneath you. So that's why I just want to give people a heads up. This is not doom and gloom. If you've been watching me for a while, I do not, I don't doom and gloom people. The energy is what it is. The stars, the planets in the sky, we cannot change them. All we can control and change is how we respond and react to these energies and how we take advantage of these energies. Because again, these planets work for us, not against us. We're the ones that work against them at times. So just keep that at the back of your mind, Pisces, but I'll dive into that a little bit more next month. Otherwise, enjoy your September, and we'll see you back here next month. All right, so that wraps up all 12 signs. Again, you guys, these are general readings. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You can watch for your ascendant, your sun, your moon, or if you have a stellium, to pull all this information together for you. And if you'd like a personal reading tailored just to you, you can get in touch with me on my website. Check out the link below in the description box. And I have lots of different types of astrology readings available. If you can't find what you're looking for, or if you have any questions, reach out to me directly and I'll be sure to get back to you and we can go from there. Otherwise, enjoy the month of September. As I mentioned, enjoy the breath before we get into eclipse season, you guys. I mean, we technically are in eclipse season, but yeah, enjoy September, because October, the roller coaster is starting to go downhill again. So enjoy your month and we'll see you back here in October. Bye for now.